For nearly 5 decades, a lone spacecraft has journeyed through the infinite blackness of deep space, a solitary Voyager drifting farther than any human creation has ever dared to go. Launched in 1977, this probe was sent to explore the outer reaches of our solar system, capturing breathtaking images of distant worlds and their moons, rewriting the textbooks of planetary science. But its mission didn't end there. It kept going, sailing past the boundaries of our sun's influence, crossing into the uncharted territory of interstellar space, a realm so distant, so alien, that it defies comprehension. This spacecraft, now over 15 billion miles from home, was expected to fade into silence, its systems growing weaker with each passing year, its signals growing fainter until they ceased altogether. Scientists monitored its data, anticipating the inevitable moment when it would become nothing more than a relic, a ghost ship adrift in the cosmos. But then, against all odds, something impossible happened. Something that has left the scientific community stunned, the public captivated, and the world grappling with questions too big to answer. The spacecraft changed its course, not 10, not by command from Earth, not due to a mechanical glitch, but as if guided by an unseen force. And just before this shocking maneuver, it detected a mysterious signal, a low-frequency hum with no known origin, no match in any database, and no explanation in the laws of physics. Now, with its antenna still pointed toward Earth, the spacecraft is no longer drifting aimlessly. It's moving with purpose, as if drawn toward something or someone in the void. What did it encounter in the darkness? What force could alter its path after 47 years of solitude? Is it being pulled, summoned, or even controlled? This is no ordinary anomaly. This is a moment that could redefine humanity's place in the universe. To grasp the magnitude of this event, we must journey back to the beginning, to a time when the stars were still a frontier of wonder and possibility. In 1977, 2 spacecraft were launched on a mission unlike any other. Their goal was to seize a rare cosmic opportunity, a planetary alignment that occurs only once every 176 years. By harnessing the gravitational pull of Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, these probes would embark on a grand tour of the outer planets, slingshotting from one world to the next. The first of these, the one we're focused on, soared past Jupiter in 1979, revealing its swirling storms and active volcanoes on its moon Io. It flew by Saturn in 1980, unveiling the intricate beauty of its rings and the methane-shrouded moon Titan. These images weren't just photographs. They were revelations, transforming our understanding of the cosmos. But unlike its twin, which continued to Uranus and Neptune, this spacecraft was sent on a different path, one that would take it beyond the planets, beyond the heliosphere, the bubble of solar wind surrounding our sun, and into the interstellar void. It became the first human-made object to cross this invisible boundary, a pioneer in a region where the sun's light is but a distant memory. For decades, it transmitted data back to Earth, faint signals carrying measurements of plasma waves, magnetic fields, and cosmic rays. Each year, its power dwindled, its instruments grew colder, and its messages took longer to reach us, traveling at the speed of light for over 20 hours across billions of miles. Scientists expected its radioisotope generators to fail by the mid-2020s, bringing the mission to a quiet close. But in its 46th year, something extraordinary happened. The spacecraft's plasma wave instrument detected a faint, continuous hum, a sound unlike anything ever recorded. At first, engineers suspected a glitch. After all, its systems are ancient, its components battered by decades of cosmic radiation. But the signal persisted, clear and consistent, verified by multiple antennas in the deep space network. This wasn't noise. This wasn't interference. It was something else entirely, a low-frequency oscillation that didn't match solar flares, cosmic background radiation, or any known astrophysical phenomenon. More disturbingly, it pulsed in precise mathematical intervals, like a heartbeat or a code. For weeks, teams of astrophysicists and engineers analyzed the data, cross-referencing it with every recorded cosmic event. They found no answers, only questions. And then, without warning, the spacecraft did the unthinkable. It altered its trajectory. This wasn't a minor drift. Telemetry confirmed a deliberate reorientation, a shift in its path that no one on Earth had commanded. The spacecraft's thrusters, dormant for years, fired with precision, adjusting its alignment as if to face something in the void. Its power reserves are limited, its maneuvers tightly rationed. Yet, it executed this change flawlessly. Engineers scoured the logs, searching for a rogue command or a sensor error, but found nothing. No pre-programmed sequence, no malfunction, no explanation. Even more chilling, the new trajectory pointed its long-dormant camera array, unused since it captured the iconic pale blue dot image in 1990, toward a region of space with no known stars, no galaxies, no catalogued objects. Why there? What had its instruments detected? At 15 billion miles from Earth, there's no autopilot, no real-time control. Every command takes nearly 2 days to travel round-trip, yet the spacecraft acted as if it had made a decision, or as if something had made it for it. What followed was even more unsettling. The spacecraft's transmissions began arriving with subtle distortions, irregularities in timing and frequency that didn't align with expected signal degradation. At first, these were dismissed as artifacts of distance or failing hardware. But closer inspection revealed something astonishing. The distortions weren't random. They formed patterns, complex sequences embedded in the data stream, repeating across multiple packets. These weren't errors. They were intentional modulations, structured like binary logic or harmonic resonance. Teams at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory brought in cryptographers, linguists, and AI specialists to analyze the signals. The patterns bore hallmarks of deliberate design: geometric ratios, symmetrical intervals, even echoes of mathematical constants like pi or the golden ratio. Some experts dared to whisper the unthinkable. This wasn't just a signal, it was a response. Could the spacecraft, designed to observe, now be observed in return? Was it interacting with something that doesn't communicate in radio waves, but in gravitational fields, magnetic distortions, or some unknown medium? The implications were staggering. If this was communication, it wasn't just a one-way message from Earth. It was a dialogue, begun nearly half a century ago. To understand why this possibility is so profound, we must revisit one of the spacecraft's most enduring legacies, the Golden Record. Attached to its side is a copper disc, plated in gold, etched with humanity's calling card to the cosmos. It contains greetings in 55 languages, music from Beethoven to Chuck Berry, sounds of nature, and diagrams explaining Earth's location relative to 14 pulsars, cosmic lighthouses visible across the galaxy. The record was a gesture of hope, a time capsule meant for any intelligent life that might one day find it. Few believed it would ever be discovered, let alone understood. But now, with the spacecraft's inexplicable behavior, the record takes on new significance. What if something decoded it? What if the maps, the coordinates, the invitation to come find us were received? The spacecraft isn't just a probe, it's a beacon, broadcasting our existence to the stars for 47 years. If that signal was heard, the hum, the course change, the pattern distortions could be a reply, an acknowledgement from something that knows we're here. Behind closed doors, the anomaly sparked intense debate. A select group of scientists, engineers, and mission veterans convened to dissect the data. Some argued it was a fluke, a final misfire from a dying spacecraft. Others pointed to the signal's consistency, the precision of the trajectory shift, and the mathematical complexity of the distortions. These weren't the hallmarks of random failure. They suggested intent. The team faced a question no space agency is prepared to answer. What do you do when the impossible becomes possible? As the data continued to stream in, the patterns grew clearer, more intricate. They mirrored aspects of human communication. Repetitive structures, layered encoding, even faint similarities to a message humanity sent in 1974. A binary transmission aimed at a distant star cluster. The overlap was uncanny, raising a chilling possibility. What if something intercepted that message and is now using the spacecraft to respond? Is this a cosmic echo or a deliberate reply? The anomaly couldn't stay contained. As whispers of the event leaked, independent researchers and observatories joined the effort. Physicists proposed bold theories. Perhaps the spacecraft entered a field of dark matter, its invisible mass exerting a gravitational pull. Others suggested it brushed against a space-time anomaly, a ripple in the fabric of reality itself. But one analysis sent shockwaves through the scientific community. A team of AI researchers ran the distorted signals through pattern recognition algorithms and found sequences that partially matched the 1974 transmission. The odds of this occurring by chance were astronomical, yet there it was. Fragments of our own message reflected back to us through a probe billions of miles away. Was this a coincidence, a trick of cosmic noise, or evidence that something understood our signal and is now speaking through the spacecraft? The idea was as thrilling as it was terrifying. If true, it would mean we're no longer alone, and that something has known about us for decades. As the story spread, it ignited a firestorm of speculation. Some saw it as the dawn of a new era, proof that intelligent life exists and is reaching out. Others warned of darker possibilities. The golden record includes precise coordinates to Earth. If those were decoded, the spacecraft's behavior could be a precursor to something far larger, a visitation, an exploration, or worse. Internal reports suggest a shift in protocol. Official statements downplay the anomaly, labeling it a data irregularity under review, but off the record, insiders admit they're rattled. The signals don't match any known natural phenomenon. They adapt, they evolve, they respond. This isn't just an interaction, it feels like awareness. The fear isn't just about what the spacecraft encountered, but what it might mean for humanity. If a machine drifting in the emptiest reaches of space has stumbled into something that notices it, we're no longer the hunters. We're the hunted. The spacecraft wasn't built for this. Its systems were designed for planetary flybys, not cosmic encounters. Its power is fading, its instruments are failing, yet it's doing things it shouldn't be capable of. Each new transmission brings more questions than answers. Why did it turn? What is the hum? Are the patterns a message? And if so, who sent it? The data suggests something vast, structured, and deliberate. A presence that doesn't just exist, but observes. This isn't the contact we imagined, with radio signals or flashing lights. It's subtler, stranger, and infinitely more profound. The spacecraft's journey, once a testament to human ingenuity, has become a mystery that challenges everything we know. It's no longer about what's out there, but what's been there all along, watching, waiting, listening. Imagine the weight of this moment. A probe, launched when disco ruled the airwaves and computers filled rooms, is now humanity's only link to something beyond our comprehension. Its signals are our only clues, faint whispers from a place we can't reach. Every distortion, every pulse, could be a piece of the puzzle, or a warning we don't yet understand. The spacecraft's power will eventually fail. Its voice will go silent, but what it's found will echo forever. This isn't the end of its story, it's the beginning of ours. What if the hum isn't just a sound, but a voice? What if the course change wasn't a glitch, but a choice? What if the patterns aren't noise, but words? The universe is no longer a backdrop, it's a stage, and we're no longer the audience. We're the players. This moment forces us to confront questions we've long avoided. Are we ready for what comes next? If the spacecraft has found something or been found, what does it mean for our future? Will we greet it with wonder, fear, or regret? The golden record was an invitation, but invitations can be accepted. The spacecraft's behavior suggests we may have guests on the way, or perhaps they've been here all along, hidden in the spaces we couldn't see. This isn't just a scientific discovery, it's a philosophical reckoning. Our place in the cosmos, once a matter of speculation, is now a matter of evidence. The data is clear, the patterns are undeniable, and the implications are infinite. As the spacecraft continues its journey, its signals grow weaker, but their impact grows stronger. Each transmission is a reminder that we're no longer alone in our curiosity. Something is out there, and it's not just aware of the spacecraft, it's aware of us. This is the encounter we've dreamed of, feared, and debated for centuries. It's not happening in a distant future. It's happening now, in real time, through a probe that wasn't meant to last this long. The hum, the turn, the patterns, they're not just anomalies, they're signs of what we don't yet know. But they're signs we can't ignore. The universe is speaking, and the spacecraft is its messenger. This is where the story turns to you. What do you believe? Is this the first true contact with something beyond our world, or a cosmic fluke we'll one day explain? Is the spacecraft a hero, carrying our message to the stars, or a Pandora's box, opening doors we can't close? The answers aren't in the data alone, they're in us, in our hopes, our fears, our willingness to face the unknown. Share your thoughts, your theories, your emotions. This isn't just a story about a spacecraft. It's a story about humanity, about what we seek and what we find. If this moment has shaken you, inspired you, or left you staring at the stars, don't keep it to yourself. Tell someone, spark a conversation, spread the wonder. Because the spacecraft didn't just send back data, it sent back a challenge. It's daring us to look up, to listen, and to ask the question that changes everything. What if we're not the only ones listening? The cosmos has always been a place of mystery, but now it's a place of possibility. The spacecraft's encounter isn't the end of its mission. It's the start of a new chapter, one we'll write together. Whether this is a fleeting anomaly or the dawn of first contact, one thing is certain. The universe is no longer silent. It's alive, it's awake, and it's calling. The spacecraft heard it. Now it's our turn to answer. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the wonders of space. Your support makes it possible to continue sharing the marvels of the universe with the world. We can keep exploring the stars and uncovering the secrets of the cosmos. Until next time, keep looking up.